Hi, I'm Hewie Poplock. Last week on Tech for Seniors, I talked about dictating to a Google Doc and how to do it. Today I want to talk about using Microsoft Office Online, particularly using Word. And I'm going to go a step farther than dictating, but I am going to show you how you can dictate using the Microsoft Office Word. And then I'm going to show you something that's brand new in Word in the paid or premium version of Microsoft Office. So let's go to Microsoft Office, and I'm going to open up Word. I'm going to create a blank document. You'll see that this is all online. Even though I do have Word installed on my computer, this is using the online version. Now, if you have a free online version, you can do what I'm going to be showing you for this part. The next part will only be for the paid subscribers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up where the microphone is, and notice it says Dictate. Under Dictate, I have two choices, Dictate and Transcribed. For this first part, we're going to just talk about Dictate. I'm just going to show you how easy it is with Microsoft Word to do the same thing that I talked about last week, new paragraph. Locast is a U.S. nonprofit streaming television service that allows users to view live streams of over-the-air television stations, period. These signals are sourced from antennas in each market it serves. All you have to do is sign up online, provide your name and email address, and certify that you live in and are logging on from one of the select U.S. cities known as designated market area, period, new paragraph. And we stop the recording, or we stop the dictation. So this is what I showed you last week, but so it's capable of doing much the same thing, and it does a very good job of it. By the way, this is part of an article from one of my blogs from Hewie.net. But what I want to show you is we're going to open up a new document. We'll do a new blank document. And this time in Word, what we're going to do is instead of dictate, we're going to transcribe. And what transcribe means that we're able to either upload an audio or start dictating, which would basically be what we were just doing. But we're going to upload an audio file. What I did is I took 2 minutes of discussion from one of my Windows Special Interest Group meetings. Actually, it wasn't during the meeting. It was before the meeting where we just were talking back and forth. And I took a 2-minute section out of that. And I am going to upload that. And this is the clip I'm going to upload. It's 2 minutes long. It's 10 megabytes. It's actually 1 minute and 43 seconds, and we're going to say open it, and open it. Now I'm going to leave the recording going here and just be talking to show you real time how long a 1 minute and 43 seconds it takes to do the transcribing. And then I'm going to show you what you can do with that transcribing. What we're doing is we're taking an audio and visual file. It's an MP4. It actually has pictures to it, and I'll show it to you when we're done with this, just so you see what's going on. Probably should have did that before, but it's taking that and it's transcribing it. What it's doing the dictation that we did, doing from a recording directly into Word. And you'll see how it does it and some things that you can do with it in that transcription. So it's about 75, a little over 3/4 done. It'll be done here in just a few more seconds. Again, the reason I'm not cutting this, I wanted you to see in real time how long this takes, which isn't very long considering, you know, it's an hour, a minute and 43 seconds. If you've got a real long file, you're going to go out and get a cup of coffee and come back. So it's not quick, but there we go. And there you can see on the right is our transcription. It's still not in our document. You'll see at the bottom it says add all to document, or you can do a new transcription. Let me go ahead and play part of this for you so you can see what it's doing.
Now Ron is going to bail on me today, and he's going to see the propeller heads, the Geeks on Tour.
So I'm Canadian. Who asked about the Canadians?
It was Bob G. We've got, I think it was Bob G.
No.
No? Okay. Well, we have my co-host for the...
Okay, so you can see that it goes back and forth. In most cases, it recognizes it was a different speaker. It didn't pick up Bob G's. It didn't pick up what he said, but you see it says speaker 1, speaker 2. Now what I can do is I know speaker 1 is me. So I can go like this and say speaker 1, highlight it, and then change that to Hewie. And you'll see down here, there's a box here first. I want to change all of speaker 1. Wherever it says speaker 1, that's me. So I want to go ahead and click on that, change all of them, and then click this. Bingo. So every one of those that said speaker 1 is Hewie. Now I know that speaker 2 is Nancy. So I'm going to change that to Nancy and click on this and click OK or confirm. It's now changed any time that Nancy spoke, it put Nancy's name. Speaker 3 was Stan. So I'm going to change that to Stan. Again, change all speaker 3 to Stan. Go ahead, click the check mark, confirm, and now all of them are changed. Now, Stan said something here where he said, let's see what he says here. Let's see if I can pick it up from here. Or I haven't figured out exactly how to get it to
host for the Tech for Seniors is in Vancouver. And so
Okay.
we are well represented with Canadians on that show, and some of them come into this show, and
Well,
some of them come into this show as
Let me back that up
into this show as well. My co-host for the Tech for Seniors is in Vancouver, and so
Okay.
we are well represented with Canadians on that show, and some of them come into this show as well, into this meeting.
Okay, so I'm Nancy. I'm from Sanford, Florida, but I've been here. I became a citizen in 1980, so I'm naturalized.
And Stan said, I didn't know that, and it picked it up as Walmart. So we can just go ahead and say, and we say, okay. So it changed the text. Now I can say add all to the document. And there's my transcription. I don't have to save it because it's Word Online. There is a way, but you'll notice at the beginning it also put the transcription in there, or the actual file, or told me where the file is. And let me just show you very quickly.
Now Ron is going to bail on me today, and he's going to see the propeller heads, the Geeks on Tour.
So I'm Canadian. Who asked about the Canadians?
It was Bob G.
So you see that that's what I took it from. You'll see that the article is here. The transcription is done. Did a nice job. I'm able to change it very quickly so you see what I said. And we have a transcription of everything that we have said from a recording from a Zoom meeting. So another piece of what you can do with your computer that you probably haven't been doing. And again, this is using the paid version of Word Online. And I pay $99 for, I think it's 6 licenses that I can give to anyone who I want for each year. So it's $100 a year by 6. It's less than $20 a person per year. So And you can buy a single license, I believe it's for like $69 or $79 for the year. So you can have this service for that amount. I'm working another presentation that will be using the free version of Microsoft Office Online. It will not have the capability to do the transcribing, but it will have the ability to do the dictation. Here are a few notes that I'd like to add to this presentation. Transcribe in Word is available today in Word for the web for all Microsoft 365 subscribers and is supported in the new Microsoft Edge or Chrome browsers. With Transcribe, you are completely unlimited into how much you can record and transcribe within Word for the web. Remember, we talked about, or I mentioned, that you had the choice of either recording or uploading. This is in the recording portion. Currently, there is a 5-hour limit per month for uploaded recordings, and each uploaded recording is limited to 200 megabytes. So you want to use the audio portion of a Zoom meeting and not the video and audio file. Transcribe and Office Mobile will be coming by the end of the year. Currently, transcribing audio into English is the only language supported, but they are working on support for more languages. The recording is linked at the top of the document, if you remember, and it is linked to a copy that it stores on your OneDrive. So that's it for transcribing with Microsoft.
Tech for Seniors presents Using AI in 2023. I'm Hewie Poplock. This will be the first of several presentations to demonstrate various tools and apps that are available to you and to me for free to create using AI. First, the history of AI. The history of artificial intelligence dates back to ancient times, with the Greeks and Egyptians exploring the concepts of automata. However, it wasn't until the mid-20th century that the field of AI truly began to take shape. Early pioneers like John McCarthy and Marvin Minsky laid the groundwork for modern AI, which has since evolved to include machine learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. Today, AI is used in a wide range of industries, from healthcare and finance to transportation and entertainment. As the technology continues to advance, experts predict that AI will play an increasingly important role in shaping our world. AI in the 2000s. The turn of the millennium brought with it a renewed interest in artificial intelligence, as advancements in computing power and data collection made new applications possible. One major development was the rise of machine learning algorithms, which allowed computers to analyze vast amounts of data and learn from it over time. This led to the breakthrough in areas like natural language processing and image recognition, paving the way for virtual assistants and self-driving cars. Another key trend in AI during the 2000s was the emergence of big data analytics. With more data being generated than ever before, companies began using AI tools to sift through this information and extract valuable insights. This has had a major impact on industries ranging from finance to healthcare, as organizations can now make more informed decisions based on real-time data analysis. AI since November 2022. In the years since 2022 November, artificial intelligence has continued to evolve at an astonishing pace. One major development has been the increased use of AI in healthcare, where it's being used to diagnose and treat diseases with greater accuracy than ever before. Another key trend has been the rise of autonomous vehicles, which are now being tested on roads around the world. One area where AI has made significant strides in recent years is natural language processing. Thanks to advances in machine learning algorithms, computers can now understand and respond to human speech with remarkable accuracy. This had led to the creation of virtual assistants like Siri and Miss A, which are becoming increasingly integrated into our daily lives. AI and OpenAI. Artificial intelligence has been advancing rapidly since November of 2022, and one of the most exciting developments in this field is the emergence of OpenAI. What started out as a nonprofit research organization was founded with the goal of creating safe and beneficial AI that can be used to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. The team at OpenAI is working on a wide range of projects, from natural language processing to robotics and much more. One of the key benefits of OpenAI is that it is open source, which means that anyone can access its code and use it for their own projects. This democratization of AI technology has the potential to revolutionize many industries, from healthcare to finance and beyond. As the field of AI continues to evolve, it is likely that OpenAI will play an increasingly important role in shaping in the future of this exciting field. Using AI to explain tools available for AI. Artificial intelligence is a rapidly evolving field, and there are many tools available that can help individuals and organizations leverage this technology. However, with so many different options to choose from, it can be difficult to know where to start. This is where AI can come in handy. By using AI algorithms to analyze data and identify patterns, it is possible to gain insights into which tools are most effective for different use cases. One of the key benefits of using AI to explore different tools is that it can help to save time and resources. Rather than manually sifting through vast amounts of information, AI can quickly identify the most relevant tools and provide detailed explanations of how they work. This can be especially useful for startups or small businesses that may not have the resources to hire dedicated AI experts. The tools I use today. During this presentation on AI in 2023, I utilized two powerful tools to help me convey my message effectively. The first tool was Tome.app, which is a fantastic platform for creating and sharing interactive content. With its intuitive interface and robust feature set, Tome.app made it easy for me to create engaging visuals and animations that help to illustrate key concepts and ideas. The second tool that I used today was There's an AI for that.com, which is an AI-powered platform that helps individuals and organizations to identify the best tools and technologies for their specific needs. By leveraging the power of machine learning algorithms, this platform can quickly analyze large amounts of data and provide actionable insights that can help businesses and individuals to make more informed decisions about which tools to use. This is There's an AI for That website. It says there are 3,556 AIs for 989 tasks. Just while I've been looking at the website, preparing to record this portion of it, it jumped up 3. In the last 2 days, it's gone up 90 AIs available and 25 tasks. This is updated daily. Let's take a look at what you can see here, and then we'll take a look at ℠𝕠𝕟, the other website that I use to produce this presentation. There's an AI for that. You'll notice on the right-hand side, you probably is difficult to see because of the dark background. By years until a year ago. And then last May by month up to April and then now. So it's going to be the most recent. And the center area is just launched, and it shows several of the most recent AIs that were released and were made known to this website. On the left are featured AI tools and websites, and you can click on any of those. Let's take a look what it shows us. Let's look for ℠𝕠𝕟 just by doing a search for it. That's not how I found it originally. I did some search terms and came across it. But here is ℠𝕠𝕟. So you could choose any of these, but let's take ℠𝕠𝕟 because that's the one we used. And as we look at it, it tells us it's a generative storytelling has arrived, and then you can visit the website, and we'll do that in just a moment. You can also click on over here to visit the website. It gives a little background of what it is. It's the 127th most recent, and it's in the writing category. You can share this on Twitter. You can share it on Facebook. You can save it so when you come back to this website, it is one of those that you have saved. If we scroll down further, there's 162 alternatives to ℠𝕠𝕟 for writing. And so you could look at any of these. If ℠𝕠𝕟 didn't fit your purpose, or you didn't like the way it worked, or it wasn't working properly, you can go and find several other AI apps and tools to try to see if it will fit what you want to do. As you can see, there's a lot of information here, and we'll come back up. But let's take a look at the website. Meet ℠𝕠𝕟, your AI storytelling partner. And you can sign in if you have an account, which I created for free, or you can just try ℠𝕠𝕟. When you click try ℠𝕠𝕟, because I've already created an account and went right to my account. And then you can work with it from here. I'm not going to go into more detail, except this is the program that I use to produce this particular presentation. This has been Tech for Seniors using AI in 2023. I'm Hewie Poplock. Stay tuned for more in this series.
Good day. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Seniors. The topic I want to talk today about is, are digital picture frames redundant? I've had a long experience with digital picture frames. Picture frames have been around for many years, probably about 30 years. I don't want to tell you how much money I've spent on digital picture frames, but it's a lot of money over the years. I always thought from the outset that digital picture frames were a pretty good idea. You know, since we're doing digital pictures, we should just be able to display them as on a picture frame. That made a lot of sense. So then came my buying spree in the early days of digital picture frames. Now, over the years, there were a few things that created problems. The first, I always thought that the digital picture frames were more expensive than they should be. I always thought that for what you got, it was just a little more money than it should be. The second thing that I found was that they just didn't work that well. You know, I got the picture frame. I would have a USB key with my pictures on. I'd plug it in, and it should just run. But you know, in the early days, it didn't work that way. Oftentimes it would run, sometimes it didn't run at all. Sometimes it would run and run the pictures through maybe twice and then lock up. And then when you read the manual, it said, well, you can only have so many pictures and they have to be a certain size. And sometimes it never read the memory stick that you put in. It was always a problem. And then there was the software. They all had a proprietary software that was just weird. And it took, you had to read this instruction manual. You had to try and figure it out. It was never intuitive. And it was just a big problem. And lastly, it just didn't think that the quality, particularly of the screen, was as good as there was on my computer, or this is long before we had LCD screens on computers like we do today. But it never felt really that things were as good as they should be with these digital picture frames. So you know what I did? I stopped buying digital picture frames for many years. But you know what happened? About 4 years ago, I was in Mesa. Oh, you probably understand about my addiction to Amazon Prime and deal of the day. Well, I'd swore off on digital picture frames, and about 4 years ago, deal of the day on a picture frame, a 7-inch picture frame from a company called ℎ𝕒𝕝𝕝, Nixplay. I had a weaker moment and bought the frame. I think it was a 7-inch frame, and it was around $70 or $80 on sale. So I bought the frame, and it worked perfectly. It's exactly as it should have. It looked nice. It had a nice screen. I plugged the USB key in. It worked fine, and everything was good. So I thought, well, that's cool. So then the year down in Mesa started to close up, and I thought, well, I'm going to look into the company called ℎ𝕒𝕝𝕝, Nixplay, and I looked into them, and they actually had a lot of different picture frames, and they had a 10-inch frame, which was wireless and connected to the web. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So I think it was around $180 to $200. So I ordered it, and I had it delivered and brought it back to Canada. And that was 4 years ago, and set it up on our kitchen counter. So let me explain what exactly this picture frame did. So I set it up on our kitchen counter, and the first thing, it's about a 10-inch frame. It accepts a USB key, so you can plug a USB key in, and it plays your pictures, which you would expect it to do. But also this frame connects to your Wi-Fi, which is sort of cool. But why would you want it connected to your Wi-Fi? Well, when you buy a picture frame, you get some cloud storage, and you get a ℎ𝕒𝕝𝕝 account. That's sort of cool. So you can transfer your pictures into your ℎ𝕒𝕝𝕝 account, and you can have them, you could take them from Google Photos, move them over into your ℎ𝕒𝕝𝕝 account, and then have them actually automatically download onto the onto your digital picture frame in our kitchen. So that's sort of cool. So you actually don't need the USB stick with your pictures on. They will just automatically go Wi-Fi from the cloud down to the picture frame. That's sort of cool. So that was how we started using it. But then there's a second part to this, and that is there's an app on your phone for iOS and Android called, in its ℎ𝕒𝕝𝕝. So you can have the app on your phone, and as you take the pictures, they will upload to your ℎ𝕒𝕝𝕝 account. So it goes up to the cloud, and then it's going to come back down onto your picture frame. That's sort of cool. And I never used it that much, but this summer, as you all know from my previous videos, we had my daughter, her husband, and our 4-year-old here for 7 months. So they put it on their phones, and as they went around and took the little guy out to the park, and they'd take pictures of him and so on and so forth, the pictures would automatically be downloaded onto the picture frame. Well, what a lot of fun we have. Out of all, you know me, out of all the electronic gadgets I've had, we got the most mileage out of this electronic picture frame. He would sit there and squeal and, Mama, look at this, Mama, look at this, all day long at these pictures. Now, we had the picture frame in our front room, in our kitchen, and we spent a lot of time in the kitchen because there's a lot of people here, a lot of meal prep going on. So he was usually always around, and he just was infatuated with this. And of course, all the pictures on the picture frame were of him. So it was a lot of fun. So this worked pretty cool. Remember the app on the phone, take a picture, goes up to the cloud, then from the cloud it comes back down onto your picture frame. So that was pretty cool, and I want you to think about this. There's a software that we use that actually does this as well, and I want you to think about what the name of that software is, and we're going to talk about that in a few minutes, okay? So one thing you can remember is that you can use your television as a picture frame. And in our kitchen, you'll see pictures of how we have the television positioned. Of course, this is my favorite TCL 43-inch television that I have in our kitchen. I use it all the time because I like to cook and I like to watch shows while I'm doing cooking. But we had this, and this got used a lot this summer. But you can use your television as a picture frame. Now, Dewey Kloos and I always talk about smart TVs, but there's we call them a dumb smart TV and a truly smart TV. And what Dewey and I say are dumb smart TVs are the TVs that you get and you purchase and you can connect them to the internet, but it uses the proprietary software on the TV. So for example, for Samsung, it would use the Samsung browser. You'd have to, if you wanted to put any apps on the TV, you'd have to go to the Samsung site. It would download the Samsung apps onto your TV. So that we call that sort of a not so smart TV, and it didn't go to university that long. But we also have the real smart TVs, and these are the ones that have devices connected to them, like the Roku box, like the Fire Stick, or like the new Amazon or the new Google Chromecast, which uses Google TV. All these devices come pre-installed with a lot of really good software, and they are a lot of apps that will allow you to use your TV as a digital picture frame. So that's something you should think about. And they all usually will link into Google Photos. Oops, darn it, that was the thing I was going to quiz you on. If you think about the ℎ𝕝𝕝 system, what really that is Google Photos. It's the same thing as Google Photos, except Google Photos is bigger. It's on all Android devices, and it's available worldwide, free of charge, with all the features of being able to integrate that I just discussed through Google Photos. So really all you have to do is link your Google Photos account into your TV, which is easy to do, and now you have a digital picture frame with your television, right? So is this really going to make digital picture frames redundant? Well, I don't know. We watched a lot of TV, and while we were watching TV, the little guy was over squealing and looking at the picture frame. So I don't know if I really want to have my TV on all the time as a picture frame like we do with the ℎ𝕝𝕝. We just leave it on the counter and it goes all day. So I'm not sure. You have to make a decision on that. So there are 3 devices I'd like to talk about that will be important in our lives as we move into the post-COVID era. Now, I talked about one of those last week, and that is the Amazon Echo. I want you to focus a bit now on the Amazon Echo 10-inch. We're going to talk a little bit about this device. The second will be the Facebook Portal. The Facebook Portal is a 10-inch device. Again, looks about the same, and we'll talk a bit about what it does. And the third one is the Google Home Nest product, which we showed you last week. Again, it's a 10-inch device, and we'll be looking at these now and comparing the three and what do they do. But all of these three could function as also a digital picture frame. So let's look at these devices now and see how they manage this. All right, let's look at the Amazon Echo Show. The first thing you need to understand about your Amazon account is if you have Amazon Prime, you have unlimited photograph backup to the cloud. Amazon has a cloud backup for your pictures. All you need to do is download the Amazon app onto your phone. You can set that up to back up your pictures, and you can use this in addition to Google Photos as a secondary backup. Amazon backs up all your pictures unaltered and for free if you have Amazon Prime. This is going to be more important now as we move forward with the recent announcement that Google, of course, is going to be charging for cloud storage. So you can look at this how you might want to use this. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about Amazon Photos now. Let's talk about the Echo Show, the 10-inch we discussed. Well, it's very easy to integrate, of course, Amazon Photos into the Echo Show. So all your pictures on Amazon Photos will easily work as a continuous picture frame on your Amazon Show. Google Photos doesn't integrate in with the Amazon product. It would be very easy to download your pictures or the ones you want to be on your Amazon Echo Show into the Amazon folders on your computer and have them uploaded into your Amazon account. This would be a very easy thing to do, but Google Photos doesn't integrate directly into the Echo Show. But in my case, since I use I have Amazon Prime and I do all my pictures are backed up there as an alternate site, then I have all my pictures coming through on my Echo Show and can easily use it as a picture frame.
You can use your Echo Show like a digital picture frame. Just pick some of your favorite photos from Amazon Photos. To display your photos, say something like, "Alexa, show my vacation photos."
Here's your album, Vacation.
That's an awesome slideshow you have there.
Hey, I like to tropic like it's hot.
Wow. You can also pick a killer photo and set it as the background.
Ooh, Alexa, set this photo as my background.
Okay, setting to home background.
And that is a nice shirt.
Hey, thanks. I was really hoping you were going to say that. I got one for you too.
Well, great. I was so excited to put it on.
All right, the second device we're going to talk about is the Facebook portal. So how would you display your pictures on your Facebook portal? Well, the Facebook portal doesn't actually link into your Amazon Photos or your Google Photos. What you actually have to do is download your pictures onto your PC or your device that you're going to use, and then you need to upload them into a folder on your Facebook account. This can be a private folder, it doesn't have to be public, but you need to then upload them into a Facebook folder in your Facebook account, and then they are available for viewing on your Facebook portal. They would be, of course, wirelessly transferred down onto your Facebook portal. So you could use your Facebook portal as a digital picture frame as well. A little more work, not quite as easy. Okay, let's look at the third device, which is the Google Home Nest. All right, let's look at the Google Nest Hub. It's Google, so Google Photos has got to work great, and it does. It seamlessly integrates, and out of all the three devices we've just talked about, this is the easiest one to get your pictures onto because it integrates perfectly with Google Photos, which you would expect because, of course, it's Google. I'm not going to go into all the features of Google Photos, but of course you can have shared albums and you can have people uploading your pictures friends of yours uploading pictures into shared albums. Again, all this would go down onto your display, so this works really very well, and actually is more closely related and looks about the same as, remember, ℍ𝕠𝕟, which is the original digital picture assistant we talked about. If you were going to use Amazon Photos, what you would do is you would download your Amazon photos that you wanted on your picture frame, upload them to Google Photos, and then it would display onto the Google's display. So this is, we've compared the three objects now, and will they really replace the digital picture frame? Well, let's look at what you're getting with these three devices. You're not just getting a picture frame, you're actually getting a computer. You're getting a computer, but you're also getting a very good sound audio system and a communication tool. All these three devices will be integrated with Zoom this year. In fact, the portal is integrated with Zoom now. Chris and Jim Gould from Geeks on Tour were showing me last night. We were playing around with it, and indeed you can make a Zoom call with your Facebook portal. The interesting thing is that the new technology is that the cameras are now going to follow you around the room, and as people change, as you're talking, as people talk, the camera will zoom in onto their faces and as people move around the room. So you're getting not just a digital picture frame, you're getting a bunch of other things. So is this a value to you? Is this something that you think that this would replace the digital picture frame? Or would you want to use your television like we've discussed? I guess there's lots of things to be thinking about. Well, in closing, let's look at the prices of these devices. In the slide you see in front of you, these are the prices at Best Buy in the United States on November 14th, 2020. You have the Echo Show 10 for $249. You have the Nest Hub, the Google Nest Hub, a little bit cheaper at $229. You have the Facebook Portal at, it's the cheapest at $179. These three devices have similar screens. Some have options where you can have a higher resolution screen, but I tried to keep the devices the same size and the same resolution so you could compare. The ℍ𝕠𝕟 Smart Photo Frame is $179. Now, if you look at the bottom, you also have to consider whether you want to use a HD TV such as TCL, which comes with a built-in Roku. You see, you can get TVs that are very small, while 32-inch. I did buy one last year in Mesa, and I think it was about a 24-inch TV. And again, it had it was easy to hook up. I put it on the wall and used it as a picture frame, and I think it was $89. It is harder to find smaller TVs now, but this is a TCL 32-inch HD TV, and it's on for $129. You could mount this on the wall and simply use it as a photo frame. There's built-in software that would allow you to link it to Google Photos, and it would just run as a continuous photo frame. So you could use your TV, and that actually probably is the cheapest solution. So it's Ron Brown, Tech for Seniors. Are digital photo frames becoming redundant?